Hello, Infernoble friends. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Franco, what about the ban list? What happened? Is the deck really dead now? So as you can see on the screen, this is the deck list that I was playing before the ban list, where original simple spoil was like a really key component of the strategy. So are we really dead without it? I mean, we got worse hit in the past, like when we got the Salt Band, Hulky Fireworks Band, like Smoke Grenade Band, like we suffered way more than just this. So of course we can overcome from this. But just so you know, like the power creep is starting to affect the deck. So I think the best way to play Infernoble right now is zero misplays. Like if you make just one misplay, you get hard punished by meta decks that have a lot of advantages, and they can just get away with misplays, but we cannot. Anyways, so that with that out of the way, that applies for every variant. We are gonna review some variants that I was checking after the ban list. Not from worst to best, just in general. I don't actually have like a ranking for this, but I do have one that is my favorite that I'm gonna show it at the very last part of the video. So I'm gonna show you first some variants, deck profiles, then 3 replays, just so you see how I showcase my favorite variant, and then a template of my favorite variant. Like it's not exactly how I play it card by card, but because I'm changing it like every day, but just so you have a good understanding. Okay, so with this out of the way, the old deck list that I was maxing on all the access to original, and this was also including Rysel and Malice in the format because we actually had them pre-ban list for a little while. That's why you see the battery in the side and the Lancia also inside. Anyways, so now ideas with Runic. I saw this like a lot of finalists ago, but I never made a video about this. It's just an option. Runic is not really good against Raziel, but mixed with Infernoble, it has some pros. So first, there's a weird combo that lets you make double Crystal Wing before Angelica. And for me, that was always win more before, but now against Raziel, having a lot of +1 in everybody, in every card that they have, I think that Negate, Plant, and Destroy are like really powerful, not like before. And before, like, it wasn't that necessary, that's my point. Well, what's next? After that, this variant also let you have outs, like 6 outs to Detonator with just like a chalice effect. I know that, hey, but they can, when they go second, they can negate Fountain really quickly. I mean, yes, but at that point you just set your cards to play around that. And also, yeah, like the Crystal Wing can negate the graveyard effect of the aggregator. So yeah, I'm not saying this is the best list. I'm telling you this is something that I mess around a little bit, and I'm not even sure if the ratios are optimal. This is just a theory that hey, it could work if you're on a budget or if you like Runic. I don't know why. Yeah, and then maybe you want to play this, maybe you want to make the Ogre. I don't know. I think Droplet could be nice, but you gotta found a way to fit it. Okay, too much about this variant. That's all you're gonna see about Runic. Okay, next variant. Pure. Yeah, you could just go back to the good old reliable Pure Infernoble with just a lot of space for an engine. I see here like 17 space. I mean, usually these are flex spots. I'm just putting Ash and Droll because, outs to Fugalos. Droll is really nice to out Fugalos in the Pure variant. Because with something as simple as Ogier Renat, you get Fugalos, you only give them 2 draws, one for Angelica, one for Roland. And the good thing about drawing yourself is that you choose the timing, so you can actually search a lot before doing that. You can go into Museum, Maze, Durendal, search any of your road as Prosperity search, and then you trigger Angelica to summon Roland and roll yourself. So yeah, these 2-card combo and their draw are like still double charge Giftfried, which are the standard for interruptions, which I think that's cool, considering you're playing around Fugalos. Anyways. Non-engine, yeah, why is Bradamante here, Gianfranco? Yeah, why? Well, there is a cool thing about Bradamante. I'm not sure if I want to spoil it now or later. You know what? I'm gonna save it for later, but there is a big reason for Bradamante. Some of you probably know it, I think a lot of you don't. Second Durand just because, pure. Yeah, a lot of free spaces in the extra deck, play it however you want. Some on other ideas. Ring could be in the main, I don't know. Pure variant, period. Next variant. Flame Swordman, like I think this gets a boost because the Book of Moon traps are way more important now than before. Before against Snake Eye or Fire King, they were not that relevant. But against Raziel, yeah, that's putting some work. Against Malice as well, before they can link climb. So also, I think Malice has some of the starters that are not ignition. It's not like summon effect. It's like summon, open game state, then use the effect. So yeah, Book of Moon, that could also help a lot. Yeah, because this is a hand trap format, like Flame Swordman giving you access to that with Book of Moon, and if they hand trap him once, you still get access to the other Book of Moon. So I think that's cool. And I found some really interesting ideas about the Flame guy, and that's Link Climb utilizing the fusion guys. So after we got Baron Ben, I dropped the idea of Realm. I was like, yeah, there is no shot, it's not useful enough. But it can be useful because of this. When you go Angelica into Roland now can be used as a fodder. Before, it has to be used specifically to synchro climb into Charles. Now could be Link Climb, or if they out it, you have a plan B, which is another access to a level 5, as long as you can put an Oliver or a Turpin in rotation, to get the level 4 tuner, because he can make something a tuner and he's a tuner. Anyways, so yeah, by freestyling you can do cool lines like Roland, then trying to set up the Gearfried, and if you get Nibiru before the Gearfried touches the board, with an equip, this is just freestyle concept, token plus Gearfried into any of these guys, and then the Barricade board is basically a Hira. It lets you turn 2 into 3, because then he discards the trap that you search, and then this trap shuffles Salamandra and any of your guys into this, so you just went into a link tree, and that's Promethean. And let's say you mill this guy with Ogier or Angelica, he hasn't touched the board, then Promethean can revive him, he can get you this can cost the Promethean, so now you have the he and the OG, that's 9, as long as you can access like a Turpin in graveyard, that's a Charles after Nibiru. Or similar concept, if you already put this in graveyard with Barricade board, or if you search into Rel with token and the Gearfried, you can make cross ship and link climb that way. So basically Barricade board is turning 2 into 3, and ship is turning 3 into 4. Yeah, that's it in terms of link climb. So that's interesting. Yeah, I like that idea. Then yeah, the Bradamante, because it's a must. And then you have some, like 14 flexibles here. A little bit more, a little bit less. Yeah, that's the idea. Flame Sword effect to go second and pop something is not that valuable because, Raziel has the protection. That's funny. Yeah, ideas in the extra deck. Okay, next variant. 1 card starters. Upper card is a 1 card starter. It really destroys the concept of going second. Like, it makes it a lot harder in my opinion. But consistency. Stake your soul by utilizing just the minimum Finsmith package lets you be like a pseudo 1 card starter. Like, let's say you only have Stake and Ash. You just summon the Rasen, search Pantera, normal summon your Ash or any fire that could be a brick, as you can see, normal summon Ash. Go into Finsmith combo. I mean, just by making Moon or Requiem, you have space to summon your Pantera. And then because you're gonna end up with 2 forts that can make Dempsey, you can link climb into getting Angelica, okay? That's the concept. So this is a pseudo 1 card starter. Yeah, as you can see, there is also a lot of free space in this variant. I just dislike the going second part, but Uppercard is still doing the thing. And yeah, you can play, if you want maybe more Finsmith, if you want maybe 3 of the Engraver and also play like one of these things. Then what else? Yeah, stuff that you could side, I don't know. I think the variant is self-explanatory. That was the theory. Okay, next variant. Okay, that's more spicy. That's Flame Swordman, but with Asamina. So Asamina, it hurts that you have to cost, but there is cool synergy because you can like Ogier, mill this guy, search for a trap, and then the trap can be a cost for Witch, and then the trap is gonna be an extender. Or something similar, Deception can cost this guy, and then when Deception gets to Witch, this guy is gonna get the traps, and then you are getting a lot of plus. So basically, this engine lets you plus a lot, so that like diminishes like the cons of the Deception one, it being -1, -1, -1. So that was like a cool theory that I found. Like for example, just Ogier won it. I found a line where you get your deception negated by Ash, and then you steal full combo and on like double charge Promethean. But just because of this theory that you're searching this and this, an extender and a free cost for which, of course, you're not gonna open exotic hands every time. And also you gotta play this. And now this is, as you can see, a lot of engine space. This is like 35. You could cut 2 deceptions, you could cut 2 fighting flame, then 31 maybe. But yeah, you can't go less than that. So probably in this variant you wanna play 60, 50, 45, you know, to have non-engine room. And then the extra is super tight. I don't have any flex spots for you in this variant, but just a funny concept that could work. And then yeah, all of these you could also use it. Like the Oliver could come up here, Defender because you know +1 because you're gonna neck 1 a lot. Yeah, that's it. I think I have, yeah, so that's all the variants that I analyzed and liked before my favorite one. So now I'm gonna show you first some replays, okay? So yeah, my favorite variant, we're including this card. Ignore the deck count because I'm telling you that the ratios and the deck size are changing every day. But let's see this replay, shall we? So this is a game 1 against Chimera. And of course we Fuwalos here before they are gonna summon from the deck. They let it go. So what do you think is gonna happen? We are gonna wombo combo? Probably not, right? Because Fuwalos. So they just keep extending. They are playing a Dark World package, which for me was weird. Never saw that before, but I mean, could work. And yeah, they just pass on that. So for me, they don't have too much. They have like 5 interruptions, and I just don't know it yet. I mean, I do know about the Chimera Fusion set, and I know that could be Guardian Chimera Pop 2, but look at this Handman. With Witch and Engraver as pushes, we have a lot going here. And then we have like 4 Infernoble cards. And yeah, the Bradamat explanation, I'm gonna talk about it in the final deck list. So now, how are we going to approach this? Well, I chose to go first Gearfried, Ogier. The idea is that when he mills Turpin, Turpin is also free cost for a Witch, so we don't get hurt by the -1 there. The other option to summon the Witch for free is with the Requiem being equipped. Yeah, the Imperm, maybe a bad Imperm. I mean, if I were to mill Gearfried, we have 2 ways to get him back, so cutting Gearfried access, yeah, could be good. I don't know, it depends on the rest of the interruptions, right? Also, he doesn't know our hand. Anyways, we keep going with just Infernoble. So because we're playing only Infernoble, he has no idea about our other engines, which is nice. Game 1, remember? He ogres this. Of course, this is a better moment to ogre, but he doesn't know it. And that's gonna happen in real games. Games 1 at least. So now, what's the next idea? We go Bradamante because, yeah, that's an extender on top of the main purpose that I'm playing it. Yeah, another Durendal. Now we're searching for Mogis. What are we doing this? Well, basically, you already have your main Durendal target, which is Renault, and instead of searching like a random extender like Oliver, that I think I was not playing at this moment, but I think it's optional, or maybe a Turbine that you can access later with Angelica, I'd rather Mogis, because I set up the Mogis draw, and we are going to use Mogis as cost, so it's just perfect. Yeah, so now we get a free draw. Yeah, dead draw, but whatever. Could have been good. I mean, not dead because it can be the cost for Deception, right? But yeah, when Deception is set, he doesn't waste time and goes with the Pop 2. So we got hit by Imperm, Ogre, Pop 2 for interruptions. And yeah, he chose the correct cards in my opinion. But we still have extenders. So now Engraver is not a brick in this variant. We actually use him as an extender, a crazy extender by the way. Yeah, so now we just keep going. Looks like he has no interruptions. So we utilize this moment to out the Guardian Chimera because there is no spoil in the graveyard. And now we enable the 5th interruption because he has an empty board. But guess what? It's fine. Yeah, we can actually take this Imperm hit. That's a 5th interruption and we don't care. Yeah, because we can't keep Link Climb, and that's Angelica, and that's all you really need. Because Angelica, you know, it means 2 Charles, and 2 Charles on Promethean means OTK. So we're still winning the game through the 5 interruptions, and we only really use Engine, you know? Yeah, Engine minus the Droll that is doing nothing. Yep. So I think that was super cool. That's GG. Yeah, his 5 interruptions were not enough against this variant. Let's check on the second replay. Okay, so now we are going up against, this is game 3 against Voiceless Voice. Open Ash Imperm, I think it's decent. Yeah, going second, of course, we are gonna play Subversion. Like, why not utilize it? Because, you know, there is no OSS, but this can actually put some work going second. Sometimes, of course. Let's see. So we Ash pre-prep. I think that's debatable. Could be good, could be not. At this moment, I decided that it was a good idea. Now against Nadir, the one thing you are asking yourself is if you want to Imperm Maximus. And for me, I don't think it's worth, because we actually have Finsmith. So we are going to utilize that and actually get a draw, you know? Sorry, not a draw. He's getting a draw. We're getting yeah, send one. He got a draw with Garuda. So now, yeah, and also with this guy. I mean, draw and shuffle. Mulligan, yeah, mulligan for one. So now here, we could imperm the Diviner, but there's no point because we know he has Soravis, you know? So, because he has Soravis, he's gonna dodge imperm, so there is no point. I'd rather keep it to myself. And now he summons the Soravis, so I assume that maybe imperm is alive. So maybe you could imperm low. The truth is, we don't know it, but he has another Soravis in hand, so imperm is dead. And either way, I decided to not imperm here. Yeah. So now he goes, yeah, get the Saphira, utilize that, get for Guardian. Now we could also imperm Guardian, but I decided not to, because what is he gonna search? Yeah, he gotta search monsters. Yeah, pass. So now, yeah, it can be a going second card, why not? Because we have two of this kind, we can actually bait the negate and out it. Or bait the negate and out the other guy, you know? So first, imperm, but he has Soravis. I mean, yeah, he had two. The entire time this was dead. So now we have 4 engine cards. You may think that it is not engine, but trust me, it's engine. That's why you get one draw after using it. So 4 engine cards, and he still has negate, pop, or vanish. Yeah, pop, negate, pop, negate and vanish, that's 3. Yeah, Diverge that we have no idea for. I think he also has, yeah, these 5. So how are we gonna deal with this? Easy. So first, yeah, we out it. He chose to not use it because, you know, TDT exists. So now we get a free draw. And Maugis, even though it looks like a brick, because there is no draw, yeah, you know what's coming. We're gonna fill the graveyard, so this is actually a +1. So we do it like this. He pop it. Okay, we have a second museum, so that's okay, no problem. We're filling the graveyard as I told you. Yeah. We use it there because maybe he was thinking on using the graveyard guy to cost and we lose Durendal, but we put it on the interruption, so there is no way that's gonna happen. So now we go for Renot. Like we were thinking if we wanted to like summon maybe a normal summon Ogier and then just cost Maugis for Witch. No, we decided to cost Museum because that's how we get 3 cards in graveyard. Yeah, for Maugis to shuffle. And that's also how we can get Renot to get back. Because if we didn't have specifically this, Renot would have to say no effect. And we like to +1 here, so yeah. Now my Maugis can shuffle. And yeah, we had 3 museums. So the barrier called Synchro, okay, we keep going on. You know, we are getting draws, we are getting 1 draws, we are getting Maugis draw, now we have Trust. So we go for Finsmith Engine, because guess what? This is only Synchros and we can link climb here. And because of that, we are not auto losing, you know? So now we out the guy and we link climb even more. Now, yeah, we make Promethean. So this is like the maximum damage that we can have on board, which is not game, but still, it's something. And the cool part about this is that even though you're firing a lot, Desiree can actually negate Promethean, so you can get 1 more interruption, which is SP, with effect to banish, so now that's not a problem. And SP, with Mogis, that's a nice idea. So we didn't win, but we have two interruptions. We have follow-up with Durendal, with Lacrima. Yeah. Can we trigger Mogis draw here? I think we cannot, but in our turn probably we are going to do it anyways. So yeah, now the guy goes low. We think about this and we decided that, you know what, I think that's worth just SP. He had another Soravis, but we can still negate it. I mean, that was the plan. If he didn't do this, I was like, chain SP, then chain this, so I was gonna negate and vanish. So now only negate. But that's still GG. I think, yeah, only Typhon. But guess what? Okay, you can bounce one, you can kill the other guy, but then you're still losing. Yeah, so he scoops. But we still have like the follow-up. And then it's super simple. It's just get into Engraver, send this, attack for game. Yeah, easy. So now the last replay against Ryziel. I think it's Finsmith Ryziel. So in this moment, we have, this is game 5, and this was testing against a partner, a friend. So yeah, we were going over the lines, so to make sure that we didn't misplay here. Yeah, so he goes like this. I mean, I didn't know his hand, but in general, throughout the games, after each game, we were like discussing misplays and stuff. But right now, of course, he has no idea I have Ash Nib or I don't know his hand. Yeah, so there is an argument to Ash Ice, so he has an access Finsmith engine, but with Nibiru, that's not a real problem. So we let him do that. Now we Ash. Yeah, so because now he's forced to go into Ryziel, but with a lot of summons. Like if we just negate this guy and maybe he goes for a low ceiling, not even playing into Nib, we could have been in troubles. Because for the record, I Nib this guy like a lot between the first 4 games. So he's really aware of the Nib. Yeah, but now he gotta play into it because he already did a lot of summons. And there is no Finsmith engine here. Yeah, so we out it, there is no field, and he passes. So it looks like we're with the winner seat, but the guy has 4 interruptions. We only know about one, the Paradise. Yeah, because he managed to top deck it and just hit us cost. That was nice. Yeah, but we have a nice hand here. I mean, give this a break, but we can trigger him because Finsmith gets you an equip. And Trust could be anything if he actually, play the game. Activates an effect. So we go Engraver first, try to see if he has roll, no roll. Lorry first. Requiem, Lacrima, everything goes according to plan. So now we get Witch. Why? Because if this goes through, the next play is gonna be Equip Requiem at free cost for Witch, like I told you, that's synergy. So Witch is free. Yeah, we get. This case is not exception because I think I started out going second. Yeah, because against that deck you actually want a lot of non-engine. So I just had this. Like that's like way more simple. Out Detonator and get a draw if you had one. Simple. Yeah. What else? What should we do here? I think even though the token is not a problem, we use it just so we get the draw. I think that makes sense. So that's probably what I did. Yeah. Okay. Good draw. Yeah, Museum, so now give this more life. I wish we could just go for game, but we are lacking like attack points. And yeah, so Hinibiru before we can actually start maybe for a normal summon. Yeah, because we didn't normal summon. Yeah, that's fair. That's why we kept Engraver in graveyard. I mean, now we can Engraver, we can Trust, we can summon Gilfrid. We are fine, right? No, because he had Druid's Form. That's fine. We can Trust, we can Gilfrid, right? Now we Trust. He had the Ash. He saved the Ash for the Trust. That was really, really smart. He didn't use it on my Requiem. He let it go. I mean, we are gonna get grind game because of that, but he let it go. And now he has the Trust, which was really important. Because guess what? Gilfrid is not enough. Yeah, because the guy had the pop, the send. So, yeah, that's why I'm telling you, the tier 1 decks are really strong. You cannot misplay even once. Because that will hand trap him, and he ended on 4 interruptions. Insane. And now, yeah, we have nothing. So he goes, and guess what? That's gonna be really funny. One disadvantage of Finsmith Racial, there is no enough space in the extra deck, so he only has one Requiem, and yeah, he cannot use him, you know? I mean, when he uses this rare, he could have Shuffle Requiem, but then Moon was in graveyard, so same dilemma, same trouble. Yeah, so now he can't do anything. Yeah, now before he goes into a rank 4, before he actually goes into, you know, the Detonator, we're actually gonna cycle the engine, and as you can see, I didn't have Paradise. You could have it if you want. I think both sides going second. We were going second, right? Yeah, I didn't want that break. Oh, never mind. I think I went back on that play. Yeah, we just took the damage, and now we're gonna do it in the end phase. Or main phase 2, I don't know. Yeah, in the end phase. So if you wanna end on Requiem, do it in end phase. If you wanna end on Requiem, summon this again, do it in main phase 2, so this can trigger. It wasn't for. I mean, we shuffle this and then top deck it again, so it looks like a bad draw if you already have Finsmith Engine. But we are playing one really important card in the extra deck, as you can see. So we summon Engraver, we go into Lacrima, and Chaos Angel. No chance for you to pop anything. Aggregator doesn't matter. Bye bye, Detonator. Yeah. And also, I think at some point we changed the Moon for an SP, like, because we were like, hey, if you were aware that you didn't have Finsmith access, that should have been an SP. Yeah, I think it doesn't change anything. Yeah, because our next play is gonna be attack anyways. Before he can actually SP banish something like my Engraver. And now here, I thought about sitting on Chaos Angel, but that was not good enough for me. So we actually go into Desiree. And there's no space in my extra deck for the Link 3, so I just gotta go this really big -2, like, instead of use him as a Link 2. And yeah, I hate this play, but sometimes it's what you gotta do. And now he passes, he has nothing. We are probably winning. So now we go Requiem, trigger this to send the on Requiem, and then chain this. So basically we gotta shuffle. We don't want to take out this in case of a random imperm, but he probably said it, so it doesn't matter. And now we get back this guy. We tribute summon for Engraver, basically to have more names in rotation, so if he has like a nip, at least we have better grind game after Desiree, you know. We gotta shuffle 3, that's a lot. Yeah, now we can keep Lacrima. If we didn't tribute summon, we have nothing. And you would think that, hey, but that's not game. Don't worry. Promethean, Revive, Gilfrid, that is game. Yeah. And he didn't have Nibiru, so GG. And if for some reason he survived, maybe with like a Bestial, this is like a nice way to get 2 interruptions, you know? Gilfrid equip Promethean. So Promethean, you know, negate and destroy, and then Promethean cost the Gilfrid and pop. So yeah, that's the last replay that I wanted to show. And now the template that you all been waiting for is this one. Yeah, I'm testing at 44 at the moment, but you know, I'm going up between 50 and 40 and 45 and a lot of numbers. So what's the concept? Why do I like this so much? Because Detonator is the name of the game, and ignoring the 15 hand traps that we play, which I think is the bare minimum, we have 15 engine outs. 15 engine outs to Detonator. Like 1 card out or 1.5. And I think that's crazy, I think that's necessary. I am valuing going second too much, as you can see. So basically, Engraver by itself can get you into the Chaos Angel line to the Detonator. And I think it bypasses like Imperm. So that's nice. Maybe even goes Ogre. Yeah. And then you also have the Witch, which are 6 copies that gets you this, so that's 7. And this is just bye-bye Detonator. Even if they pop the Witch, that's fine. And then you also have Bradamante. Because guess what? If you normal summon Bradamante, attack Detonator, their Imperm doesn't work, the Ash doesn't work, the Veiler doesn't work, the Ghost Ogre doesn't work, Detonator doesn't work, Desire doesn't work. Just crush Bradamante, damage step, effect to put it back, and equip the Detonator. Easy Infernoble engine out. That we should just utilize, why not? So we have 5 copies of that. That's why we have like 12, 13, 15 engine outs to Bradamante. That's like the most powerful reason to have the Bradamante here, but there is a lot other niche scenarios where it comes up. Basically, when you are going into the Asamina Diabellstar engine, I think I didn't show you too much about it, but the idea is your 2 random bodies are Moon. So basically this is Fiend's Meat on cracks, because if instead of just getting Moon, now you get Moon plus Omni Negate plus trade your bad cards into a fresh draw. Yeah, because I think Infernoble is not that good, especially going second. So like if you have to -1 but you're -1ing an equip or one of these guys in hand, that it doesn't matter because you can get them back with Museum, with Promethean, whatever. I think that's fair. So I don't care too much about the cost, especially the cost of Witch. Yeah. So well, I was saying that Bradamante comes up when you use this engine, the Fiendsmith engine, into Lacrima, because then you put another level 4, and could even be a normal summon Fugalos into Dempsey, and then Dempsey can get you going into Angelica. Basically, if you have no equips, you don't want to get a Renault, summon Renault with no effect, so you could just get Bradamante, Durendal, Renault, and then Renault get Durendal, yeah. You could also do it like Bradamante, get Durendal, get Turpin. I think you do this when you have no Fire Warrior, like if you have like Fugalos, Lacrima. Because if you have Fire Warriors, you can link climb into Promethean. So Promethean revive a level 4, and Turpin Dempsey searches the Renault. So there is Renault and Promethean reviving your level 4. If there is no Fire Warrior, then you have Bradamante Turpin. So that's really important. So basically you Turpin, Bradamante, Durendal, Dempsey, Bradamante, Durendal, Turpin. You summon the Turpin because you know Requiem equip, thanks. And then after the Turpin, you link climb into Promethean, revive Bradamante, that's also Angelica. Yeah. So a lot of freestyle that you can do, a lot of ideas and concepts and lines that I am not going to explain here, but trust me, there are a lot of good lines here. Yeah, so I think this engine is still worth without the OSS basically. And now, what else? The extra deck is super tight. I wouldn't change anything. I had a Baguska after I found the Chaos Angel line, so this is just way better. Also, you can Chaos Angel Light or Dark by Lacrima and one of your Asamina, probably the Murcielago. That's also nice. That comes up when you're grinding, and that's really hard to out for the opponent. And Chaos Angel is in the format, and it's really nice that we can actually have engine outs because Subversion, yeah. And also, Subversion helps going first in a really stupid way. Basically, because you are using Hallowed 2 times. So when you use one at Witch, you set the Deception. When you use Murcielago, you search Subversion. So this is the cost of your second Hallow. So this is what you want to shuffle back into your deck for the draw. So you can keep Deception in graveyard for more follow-up, basically. Yeah, this going first lets you keep Deception in graveyard. Or you can play multiple Deceptions, but I tested it, it sucks a lot going second. And trust me, there is a lot of things that I didn't show you here. Like for example, there is another concept which is like the Magical Musketeer Starfire. But unfortunately, it sucks too much going second. And clock your normal summons, because just by playing this, you're playing 2 normal summons that you want to utilize whenever you have to. Yeah, so that's like 4 or 5 normal summons. Sometimes you normal summon Bradamante going second. And yeah, Starfire is like a 1-card combo that can get you Fiendsmith, can get you this, but can also be easily popped by the Detonator, and because it activates in a new chain, it sucks going second, in my experience. Anyways, so now what else should I tell you about this? Well, the extra deck is complete, I can't change anything. You can swap maybe with the side deck extra deck stuff. The Baguska is what I would like, because we don't, like, Fugalos is scary. You're gonna end on something like just Sylvia. Maybe if you play Paradise, you can end on the Requiem as well. So that's like, you know, in the options on the Fugalos. I don't think there is space for an IP, so it would just have to be a spear if you have random bodies. What else? And that's also why the Baguska could come up. Okay, so Puruli in the side deck, I mean, the concept is the synergy that you could normal summon it and use him with Lacrima to actually get to Infernoble Engine. Draw, because there are moments where you could actually draw yourself against full values and end on something not terrible, something like, I think I have an example. I didn't show it here, but I have replays where I actually draw myself in this variant and it worked out well. I ended on like 4 or 5 interruptions and they only got 2 draws. Bestial, that could even be mainly if, Finsmith is that popular, because random bodies for us is nice as long as we play the Finsmith engine as well. The Trust Tactics is what I'm liking a bit more than the Crossout technique, because, going first, I think there is not enough troll in the format, but there is a lot of Bestials, so people are gonna see you have Finsmith, people are gonna Bestial you, and then this becomes crack going first both sides. And also Nib is really popular, and that's gonna happen to you. So yeah, Trust Tactics is what I like more now. Also going second, as you saw, I think you saw in this replay how this going second, getting you the spell you need, because it can be Rhoda, can be Heritage into Museum, can be Tracked into Finsmith Engine, can be Subversion if you want to out something. Yeah, a lot of things going second that helps. And then Morian, this is key. You gotta play this. I'd rather in the side deck at the moment, because this is basically another way to replace OSS. If you just cause this for the second Halo, you get nothing, just shuffle back and get a draw. But with this, okay, now you just shuffle your Deception, or actually leave both in graveyard, so next turn you can actually have more grind game and then get a draw. I think that's also solid, because in this meta, I've been experiencing a lot of going back and forth, turn 4, turn 6, turn 8 duels. So I think it's not too I think it's not too bad. It could actually be a good play when you have Deception wanted. Don't get a wanted draw, set Deception, because next turn you're gonna get back Halo, so that's an early bait, that's an early Sylvia, turn 3, and then you get a draw. Anyways, because with this, you cannot shuffle this as well. This is something that you cost for the second Halo, and then you set it back. Yeah. And then it's nice, like a Book of Moon is good in this format, against Raziel, against Malice. So I think that's mandatory going first. Options for Trust. I don't like Developer too much because of the Finsmith variants. I do like Sanctum a lot because Shifter, so you get Shifter and you can actually stop Malice the same way they are stopping you. Lancia could be 1 just for this, or 3. I am liking 3 at the moment. Paradise, I am not playing it at the moment, but if you find space, do it, especially going in first. The bad thing about Paradise is that because we are using Desiree, we are shuffling 3 every time. So sometimes there is just not enough to leave the Lacrima in graveyard. Lacrima and Requiem, that's what you need to actually trigger Paradise, to get to Paradise. So maybe if I just decided that this is always going to be Link Climb and change this for an Aerial Eater, then this would be more reliable. Food for thought, if you want to do it. Yeah, Oliver could come up in some lines, but in most of my lines, I've been able to bridge from Asamina Finsmith into Angelica by using just Dempsey, and Oliver was not needed. Like, if you said that, hey, Dempsey adding Oliver and then Oliver Lacrima, yeah, that's one way. It's not the only. And then going second, yeah, it's not that great of a card, so I'd rather have cards with more quality outside the Infernoble engine, basically. But you could run it as well as Ricardero. There are lines where you could like cause Ogier and then search for this, and that's Angelica. But there are lines where you can actually get into Angelica without these guys. And then Ring, I don't think it's mandatory as it was before, because you already have so many options going first, like the Morian, maybe the Paradise. I am still playing it at the moment in the side deck, because winning in time, or yeah, Bradamante can still get you this if you're under for values. Maybe it's one way interruption, like a gear fit with this, or an SP with this. But yeah, I think that's it. Let me know what you think about this. Sorry, I think there is some noise there. Yeah, the deck is on fire. Maybe that's why I hear firefighters over there. The deck is on fire. I like it a lot. I'm messing around a lot with the concepts of the count, deck list, the count, the ratios, but the idea is nice. The idea is of having 3 engines, and because we are grinding a lot, I had a lot of duels where I'm grinding, and sometimes you only get access to 1 engine, but then that engine gets you a draw into the other engine, or gets you 2 bodies into the Finsmith engine. Yeah. So having grind game in 3 engines helps too much in my experience. So have fun with this. Of course, I gotta admit, there are moments where you don't access Infernoble. Sometimes I even won duels just by using Asamina Finsmith engine and not engine. I mean, if we open at least one of our Infernoble engine, that's when we can breach. If we open 0, the only way is, like I told you, normal summon a level 4, and Dempsey is gonna do the job for you. But for the most part, you are accessing the Infernoble engine when you open one of the Infernoble pieces. At least one Rovera, at least one Torpin, at least one. Maybe not one Renato though. Yeah, so that's it. Because we are grinding a lot, sometimes I'm okay with that. Like, I can survive turns with the other engines, and then I access the Infernoble. And sometimes actually that turns out well, because when there is in a really simplify game state, not much interruptions, and you can just go off, and you can turn Angelica into 2 Charles and Killfree. That's when you get the most value of Infernoble, when you get uninterrupted, when the other engines already baited everything you wanted to bait. So that's it for the video. I'm not sure if I want to make another one soon, because I wanted to just cover a lot of points in this one video. Maybe the next video is going to be about the new card set when the format actually changes. Because in this format, I think this approach is the correct one, having not only hand rod, but also engine outs to Detonator. Because if you don't, Museum get popped, Durandal get popped, bad normal summons get popped. So, gotta be, yeah, you gotta have engines out to Detonator, in my opinion. Okay, so take care. See you in the next one. Bye bye.